let's try to sketch these three graphs. So when it's near the y-axis, it wants to do this straight line, mx plus c. When it's far away from the y-axis, it wants to do this quadratic. So near the y-axis, it wants to do this straight line. So an intercept of -3, and it wants to go uphill because this is part of a straight line. It wants to go uphill with a gradient of 2. So it wants to do something like this. Now it wants to do a positive quadratic as opposed to a negative quadratic. So it will look like this. From here, go straight up. From here, go straight down and then turn around. So that's what your graph will look like. Because near this region, it wants to do a straight line. And then it wants to do a quadratic when it's big, when x is big. So it wants to do a quadratic. When it's near here, it wants to do a straight line. So let's look at this one as another example. Around this region, around near the y-axis, it wants to do the straight line. Intercept of 2, and it's going downhill with a gradient of -7. So imagine it like this. Now it wants to do a positive quadratic. So it has to do a U-shaped thing, a positive concave up curve. So it would look like this. Let's look at this one here. This one here, it wants to do a concave down curve, like something like this. But near the y-axis, it wants to do this straight line. Intercept of -1. Let's just say this is -1. And it's going downhill with a gradient of -5. So downhill, negative gradient. And then it wants to do a negative quadratic. So from here, take it down. And then from here, take it up and then bend it down like this. So it will look like this. Okay.